Just to the west of central London, behind this public house, lies an unexpected and tranquil oasis. Surrounded by its peaceful churchyard, St Mary's Perivale has escaped plagues, famines, wars and developers for nearly 900 years. Acquired in 1976 by a charity set up for the purpose, it has become one of the most important classical music venues in Britain. We're too small for orchestras, but our acoustic is perfect for chamber music and recitals. Until recently, we were welcoming audiences to 3 concerts each week. Of course, that's all changed now, but we're determined to continue. We've got a full programme of live stream concerts, which will continue until life returns to normal. We need to support our musicians, and we need to look after this historic and beautiful building. So enjoy the concert, and please consider donating via our website. Thank you very much. Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us at St Mary's Perivale. After our Beethoven marathon at the weekend, we're letting our hair down a bit this afternoon, and we have a super concert for you with Sarah Gabriel, soprano, and Iain Farrington on piano, performing a whole lot of wonderful songs from the 30s. You might not recognize all the titles, but you'll know a lot of the tunes. And they're sensational. I think it'd be terrific. And maybe we should have more of this sort of thing. We need variety, especially at this rather depressing time. So Sarah's going to cheer us up. So over to Sarah and Iain, and I'll get off the stage. Thank you very much, both of you, for coming.
Should I care? Life is just one long jubilee. All of the music in today's programme has been arranged by Iain. We've performed these songs together in our musical play, Dorothy Parker Takes a Trip, which we worked on, collaborated with, and co-wrote with the director Richard Williams. Iain and I really love this music. While the cool people at school were listening to pop music, I was listening to Scarlatti, Shostakovich, Schoenberg, and the pop music of 1920s to 1950s America. The Great American Songbook is the canon of popular songs and jazz standards from that time, and they're still immensely well-loved and well-known. They've been described as the classical music of America. Many of them tell vivid tales in just a few minutes, and they often feel relevant to our time. That first song by George and Ira Gershwin, Who Cares, is from the 1931 Broadway musical Of Thee I Sing. The musical lampoons American politics. John P. Wintergreen, a rather vacant figure, runs for President of the United States on the platform of love because he's not sure what else to stand for. Next is Stardust, a song about love. It was originally instrumental, composed in 1927 by Hoagy Carmichael, with lyrics added by Mitchell Parish 2 years later. And then there's The Morning After by Harold Arlen, with lyrics by Dory Previn. Harold Arlen, who wrote one of the most famous American songbook songs of all, Over the Rainbow, which is in The Wizard of Oz, was described by Gershwin as the most original of all of us, and Irving Berlin said that Harold's best is the best.
And now the purple Now I'm going to play a solo piano piece. This is an arrangement I've done of a Gershwin song called Fidgety Feet. Now Gershwin very often played his songs on the piano without voice at parties and to present the tunes to his brother Ira before Ira set them to lyrics. So they stand alone as wonderful melodies. And he even arranged an entire songbook of his own piano arrangements of his songs. This song essentially is a shoe shuffle. It's a dance, and I've conjured up an imaginary dance scenario in my head of Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, two dancers that Gershwin worked with in his later years in Hollywood.
The next two songs have been beautifully stitched together by Iain. Rodgers and Hart's Bewitched, Bothered and Bewildered from the 1940 musical Pal Joey has a slight edge to the lyrics that Hart's lyrics so often have. Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg's Right as the Rain comes from the unsurprisingly rarely performed 1944 musical Bloomer Girl. The clue is in the title. In addition to the more serious themes of the abolition of slavery and the looming American Civil War, The plot centres on proto-feminist Evelina Applegate, a hoop skirt manufacturer's daughter who defies her father by rejecting hoop skirts and embracing the comfortable bloomers advocated by her radical aunt, Dolly Bloomer.
He's a fool and don't I know it, but a fool can have his
The next song, That's Him, by Kurt Weill, has lyrics by Ogden Nash, and it was first used in 1948, 5 years after its composition. It was recorded when it was first written, but then it was used in the movie One Touch of Venus. One real fascination for me about Kurt Weill is to follow him in his incredible path as a composer from revolutionary in early 20th century Europe to his émigré career in the US, where he perfected a different type of popular song. And the next song comes from the Rodgers and Hart musical Babes in Arms. The movie version starred Judy Garland and Mickey Rooney and was directed by Busby Berkeley. And the whole musical is packed with hits, including Where or When, My Funny Valentine, Johnny One Note, The Lady is a Tramp, and the one we're performing today, I Wish I Were in Love Again.
Shuffle him with millions, soldiers and civilians. I'd pick him out in the darkest caves and hallways. I would know him always, beyond a doubt. Identification comes easily to me, because that's he. You
Now I'm going to play another piano solo, which is an original piece based on Wagner. There was a trend in the early part of the 20th century to so-called jazz up the classics, and this was essentially to try and draw in people who are familiar with classical music into popular music. And some of these are masterpieces. The Duke Ellington suites in particular, his Nutcracker suite based on Tchaikovsky and his Peer Gynt suite based on Grieg are wonderful examples of jazz composers taking classical material and making them their own. This piece is based on Wagner's Ride of the Valkyries and is called Valerie Takes a Ride.
That song by Harold Arlen and Ira Gershwin was written for the 1954 version of A Star Is Born, starring Julie Garland and James Mason. Next, we have Gershwin's Love Is Here to Stay, written for the Goldwyn Follies. Samuel Goldwyn asked Gershwin to perform the piece for a panel to approve the work before it was inserted into the movie, which was a bit of a burn for a world-renowned composer. It was the last composition that Gershwin completed before his death on July the 11th, 1937. A few days before he died, he said, "I had to live for this, that Sam Goldwyn should say to me, 'Why don't you write hits like Irving Berlin?'"
The less I comprehend, the worse
Thank you so much for watching our concert from afar. And thank you very much to Hugh and his incredible team for making this series happen, which has got immense value to musicians. We have really, really enjoyed this experience, and we know people who've also performed in the series who find this particularly special at the moment, so thank you. We're going to finish with 2 songs that seem to refer to the idea that what will remain of us is love, although in very contrasting ways. Firstly, September Song by Kurt Weill and Maxwell Anderson gives us a bittersweet, reflective version of that idea. And the last song by Harold Arlen, Yip Harburg and Billy Rose, It's Only a Paper Moon, reminds us of the impermanence of our strange and curious world, and somehow, just for a moment, lets us shrug off our worries.
When you see all the young men courting the girls, they play them a waiting game. If a maid refuses the tossing curls, they let the old earth take a couple of whirls, and they ply them with tears in lieu of pearls. And as time comes around, they come their way. And as time came around, they came. Oh, it's a long, long temporary parking place. A bubble for a minute. Your smile, the bubble has a rainbow in it. Say it's only a paper moon hanging over a carboat sea, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Say it's only a canvas sky hanging over a muslin tree, but it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me. Without your love, it's a honky-tonk parade. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny a hay. It's a bottom of Bailey world, just as phony as it can be. But it wouldn't be make-believe if you believed in me.
Well, that was simply terrific. It's life-enhancing stuff. I put a comment on the live chat that it wasn't my usual fare, but I'm very pleased, Sarah, you've treated us to that. It was absolutely wonderful, and the arrangements were simply staggering. Wonderful, very special. Maybe we need a bit more of this sort of light music, not to be quite so square, but it was terrific. I'm sure you all agree at home. And if you do agree, you know what I'm going to say. You might like to go to our PayPal facility, because we always pay our musicians. That's the prime reason for having these concerts, to keep musicians going in this very difficult time. So if you enjoyed it, go to that PayPal facility and donate something to our wonderful pair. Thank you very much for being with us. On Sunday, we have a wonderful piano trio, slightly more conventional fare, Beethoven and Shostakovich, with Sook Kim, Josephine Knight and Petra Liminov. Strongly recommended. And if you're still in a whirl about the Beethoven, all the performances are now on our YouTube channel in high-definition versions. So if you'd like to relive them in brilliant technical quality, just go to the website. They'll be there for another 3.5 weeks before they're deleted. So this is your big chance. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you for everyone who donated for the Beethoven. We've been very touched by the generosity of so many people. So that's it, folks. See you on Sunday afternoon, and on Tuesday afternoon we've got a performance of the Goldberg Variations by Christian Sandron, a wonderful pianist. So lots coming up. Thank you for being with us. Good afternoon.